Hello, everybody. You've turned into the Indiana State Police Roadshow, brought to you by the Indiana State Police Alliance, Cops for Kids, subsidiary of the Indiana State Police Alliance. I want to thank Tom Trial for putting us on YouTube each and every week. Tom is behind the camera here, getting us on the shows each and every week. And make sure you go to the ISP YouTube site. Look for all the videos that Tom's put on there. We got some old stuff, some new stuff, and a lot of interesting things that Tom's come across to place on our YouTube site. So make sure you check that out. Well, today I've got a good friend and former ISP employee here with us, former Lieutenant Jim White of the Indianapolis Post. Welcome, Jim.
Hello, Rich. It's nice to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
I am glad you're back again. And so there is life after ISP?
Well, there's definitely life after ISP, but I think if you cut me open, I'd still bleed ISP blue.
How many years did you have there?
I had 20 years on. I left early and went back on active duty with the Army.
Okay. How many years in the Army?
37 years.
37 years in the Army.
Yes.
Well, thank you for your service.
Well,
we appreciate that very much. And you had an active career in the Army, too. That wasn't just here. You traveled around and did a lot of things with them all over the country, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I did special events around the world. I did the Olympics in Atlanta, World Cup soccer in New York City, World University Games in Buffalo. I did the World Rowing Championships. And I was able to do all that because of my state police background.
Yeah. Yeah, that definitely helped out in getting some doors open there, didn't it?
Oh, it certainly did. As soon as people found out that I was a retired Indiana State Police officer, doors just opened for me.
Oh, that's great. Well, thanks for coming on today, and we're here to talk about something that we've done every year. How many years has this been going on now?
This will be the 12th year for the SPEA School of Public Environmental Affairs Public Safety Career Day.
So let's talk to a little bit about SPEA. Maybe some people out there don't know exactly what SPEA is. What are we talking about when we say SPEA?
Well, SPEA is the School of Public and Environmental Affairs. Our public affairs curriculum is rated as one of the best in the nation. Folks who graduate from public affairs will either go in the private sector or go into government sector. All across Indiana, all across the nation, we have folks from the public affairs curriculum that are doing great work across America.
Now, is that just at IUPUI here, or is that all over?
It's at IUPUI, also in Bloomington, and it's at the other campuses, but Bloomington and Indianapolis are the core campuses, so the majority of the courses are at these two universities.
So we're talking all kinds of public service organizations, from Homeland Security to law enforcement, first responders to probably private security companies.
Oh, absolutely. Our criminal justice and public safety program, it is rising in the rankings. It's one of the best in the nation. We have many, many folks across the country that are graduates of SPEA, folks in the Secret Service. Matter of fact, I got a message this morning from one of my friends, one of our graduates who works for FEMA. He's been alerted, and he's already moved down to Atlanta for Hurricane Florence. So we have people all over. We have Indiana State police officers, Indianapolis Metropolitan police officers, sheriff's deputies. We've just got a lot of folks throughout government here in Indiana and across the nation.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the actual Career Safety Day, what we're here to talk about and what's going to be happening. And you say this is the 12th annual. Whose idea was this brainchild, and how did it come about?
I'm guilty. It kind of started on a fluke. I had 3 hours that I couldn't fill on a class I was teaching, and I said, why don't I pick up the phone and call my friends at the state police, my friends at the time, IPD, and asked them to bring some equipment over, some folks from the federal level and the fire departments. So they rallied and they brought some equipment over. And it has grown and grown and grown until the point it is the largest campus event in the fall on IUPUI.
Now, was this, when you started this, was this in the classroom? They brought some equipment in the classroom?
No. Okay. It was outdoors in Taylor Quadrangle, in between the Kavanaugh Hall and the Business SPEA building and Taylor Quadrangle. It has just grown and grown. It's amazing to me. I mean, this year we should have 4 helicopters there. The FBI will be there. TSA will be there. U.S. Customs, IMPD, ISP. not the Bloomington Police Department, but the Brownsburg Police Department will be there, Greenwood Police Department, Cumberland Police Department, Indianapolis Fire Department, Decatur Township Fire Department, Indianapolis Emergency Medical Services, and the Department of Public Works with Steve Pruitt will be there.
Well, I know I've been involved with this several years, and I'm sure when you started out, you didn't have helicopters landing in there.
Didn't have helicopters the first year, but surprisingly, the second year, we got the state police to land their helicopter out there. And of course, the helicopter draws all kinds of people. I mean, most folks don't see them up close, and when the helicopter lands, they ooh and they ah, and then they go out and talk to the pilots.
Right.
And it's really worthwhile for everyone who attends.
Well, I know a big part of this event and what you try and push out to the attendees, and you've got kids coming from all over. We had kids contacting us and teachers from up north in Fort Wayne that were coming down for this last year. But one of the big draws and one of the big things that you push out is this is an actual hands-on experience. They get to talk to the officers. They get to try on the equipment. They get to actually see how this stuff works.
Absolutely. And unfortunately, most of the time when we meet a police officer, it's adversarial. Here, it's not adversarial. The students find out that the officers, the firefighters, the emergency medical technicians, the lab technicians, they're regular people, and they get to meet them, they get to talk to them, ask them how they got to their position, and it really gives the students an opportunity to figure out, okay, this is my career path, this is what I want to do, so I'm going to do this. But it's relaxed, it's laid back. I think the officers have as much fun as the students do on Public Safety Career Day.
Oh, absolutely. I know we do. And there's some things that drew my attention last year that I was looking around for. There's even jobs in the civilian side with the state police and other agencies, because our motor carrier division comes to this event, and they're actually civilian employees of the state police. So it can be retired officers that come in and take those jobs or learn about those jobs also.
Yes, the crime lab here from Marion County comes in. We also have private security that comes in. Private security is a huge industry in our country. 3 times as many private security people as there are police officers in the country. So a lot of the students don't want to get involved in actual law enforcement, but they're interested in security. So they gravitate towards those folks. Other students will go towards Homeland Security and emergency management. So there's a wealth of jobs that are out there, and Public Safety Career Day just exposes all those jobs to the students.
The firefighter, the EMS side of it, of course, is big, and they're there with all their equipment, and you can see up close. But I think even you had Marion County Coroner's Office there.
The Marion County Coroner's Office is there. Most people don't think that they're a part of the public safety community, but they are a part of the public safety community. And again, it's another opportunity for the students to explore careers that are out there.
Now, is this for anybody that wants to come in, or what is the invitee list on this? How's
the invitees list is anyone who wants to be there that day. Primarily, it's for the students, our staff, our faculty. We're bringing high school students in from the Marion County area. We encourage anyone who wants to stop by and visit what's going on at Public Safety Career Day. It makes no difference. Now, parking on a university is always difficult. You'll have to find a parking place, but it is open to you.
I guess we better discuss a little bit about the date and time on this. We haven't talked about that yet, have we?
No, we haven't. It's September the 26th from noon until 3 p.m.
And we say noon until 3 p.m., but probably one of the big things that draws people in and starts them coming in a little early is an event that happens and everybody stands back in awe at it, isn't it?
Yes, it's the helicopters. We have to get the helicopters in first because of all the turbulence created by their rotors. So we bring the 2 National Guard helicopters in, then we bring the state police helicopter and IMPD's helicopter in, and then we bring the rest of the equipment in and park them around the helicopters.
Yeah, because we found out a couple of years ago that people putting up their little pop-up tents did not play fair with the helicopters coming in.
No, the tents did not hold up well to the turbulence of the props. But it was kind of funny.
Yeah, exactly. Because I didn't have one up, so it was hilarious. Well, again, you're listening to the Indiana State Police Roadshow, brought to you by the Indiana State Police Alliance. Cops for Kids. I'm talking with retired Lieutenant ISP Jim White, who is a professor now at the IUPUI, teaches at SPEA. And we were talking a little bit as we came on about SPEA, but how is SPEA important to Indiana? What is that importance of SPEA?
Well, I think the importance of SPEA is the fact that we have graduates in every facet of government, at the local level, the county level, the state level, and at the federal level, who are graduates of the School of Public and Environmental Affairs. Our reputation is very good across the country, quite frankly, around the world. I think the thing that our SPEA students get is they get a well-rounded education. We have a lot of our folks who have doctorates, PhDs. There are several of us that have a lot of practical experience. So you get a mix of academic and practical experience, which I think really benefits the students greatly. Mm-hmm. And matter of fact, I got an email from one of our students yesterday, well, former students, who's just been promoted to a new position with the Indiana Department of Homeland Security. So as I said, Rich, we have people all across the country. Blair Brown is with the United States Secret Service. We have several members of the state police, several members of IMPD, firefighters around the state and around the city. We're well represented by SPEA graduates in all phases of government here in Indiana and across the country.
And I know that your expertise, you have different people come in and give their expertise teaching as part of SPEA, correct?
Oh, absolutely. I can reach out to folks that are at FEMA, the Indiana Department of Homeland Security, certainly the State Police, the National Guard, IMPD. Ron Humbert from IMPD, well recognized as one of the experts in bombs across the country and around the world. Ron comes in and gives us a great class. Chief Mike Crook, the Cumberland Police Department, fine homicide investigator who worked in homicide for 20 years at IMPD. He will come in and give a class. So we bring experts in, and I think that's what makes SPEA really beneficial to the students.
Well, again, Wednesday, September the 26th is what we want to talk about for the career. Now, what's the official name of this?
SPEA Public Safety Career Day.
SPEA Public Safety Career Day at IUPUI.
IUPUI.
What buildings is it between again?
It's located at 800 West Michigan Street. It's in the Taylor Quadrangle.
Okay. And that's going to be from noon to 3 o'clock. Entrance is free. There's no charge.
Entry is free. The Department of Public Works is putting signboards up on New York Street and Michigan Street to direct you into the Public Safety Career Day. So it'll be well marked.
How many participants are you expecting to have? Do you have a number on that?
We've invited over 60 agencies. Right now, it appears we're going to have better than 50 agencies for my swan song, if you will.
Available to talk to.
Yes.
And again, what we've talked about before is this is up close and personal. If you want to talk to TSA, if you want to see what jobs they do and what they can offer and how they do it, to the fire department, to EMS, this is the place to go to see this. And something that we didn't talk about that are there also is the canine program. There's a lot of canines there that people can see and interact with. Yes, the canine
program will be there. IMPD brings their horse patrol in. So you get to see all facets of law enforcement.
DNR.
DNR is there.
Yeah.
Most people don't realize they have a Navy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
They bring in their boats, and it's amazing. The students go out there and say, well, we didn't know you had these boats. And again,
four-wheelers.
Absolutely.
It's in and the jet skis and everything.
Right. The thing I think is the best thing about Public Safety Career Day is that students and our staff, our faculty, and the public find out that it's just more than police officers and firefighters, and they are amazed at the amount of equipment that all those agencies have. IMPD brings in their bomb robots.
Right.
Indiana Department of Homeland Security brings in their command van. The FBI brings in their command van. We have somewhere in the neighborhood of $200 million to $300 million worth of equipment on site. Now, the helicopters really ratchet that up, but some of those command vans are $1 million a piece.
It's amazing. Well, we're down to our last 20 seconds. So, Jim, thank you so much for coming in. Look forward to seeing you again this year, Wednesday, September 26th, noon to 3, SPEA Career Safety Day. Look forward to it again.
Thank you, Rich. I really appreciate the opportunity.
All right. Well, again, you've been listening to the Indiana State Police Roadshow, brought to you by the Indiana State Police Alliance. Cops for Kids. Make sure that you attend Career Day and join us. We'll be glad to have you there. Roadshow is out.